What's up? What's up, you two? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, a Knicks fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop? Hit the notification bell. Yeah, hit that subscribe, y'all. A lot of y'all not hitting that subscribe. Yo, I'm trying to get to 4,000, so help me get to 4,000 so I can post one of them thank yous to y'all because I appreciate y'all support. But help me get to that 4,000 mark, all right? All right, let's get into this game, y'all. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and don't forget the notifications. All right, first thing we're going to talk about the Knicks and the Thunder. We're going to talk about the game. The Knicks came out flat. You know what I'm saying? Actually, both teams came out flat. Thunder mixed their first. Well, they went 1 for 10 in the first 5-6 minutes of the game. The Knicks didn't score, had one field goal in that first 4 minutes. They had 5 turnovers and only made 7 field goals in that first quarter. So this is what I was talking about in my last video, and I was talking about how do y'all expect the bench to come right off the bench in the middle of the game or in the ending of the game and be popping when you need some time to get it going. And the Knicks didn't get it going. You know what I'm saying? They tried to, but they didn't. By the time the half, we was down 70-43. It was a real disappointing game after that win against Toronto. I know a lot of people came out and expected better. A few people in my comments, seemed to disagree with my assessments. One guy even told me, that's right, I should have put your comment out because you told me I was going to be talking different. I'm going to have a different, probably be flip-flopping. Even if the Knicks would have won the game, I still would have pointed out, I'm not the guy that always want to come to the party and tell people to turn the music down. But like I said, I want a championship. And if I can see the flaws and I am a bystander, a person that's a bystander, I'm pretty sure a coach, the opposing coach can see every flaw that I see with the New York Knicks. But the thing about that, they're going to exploit it. They need to win games. So what they're going to do, they're going to win games. But I got a real good, encouraging comment. I'm going to start putting up these comments more often and start doing live shows. I keep saying that. But he pointed out there's other shows and they're glossing over these facts. You know what I'm saying? These are facts. These are not things I'm making up. I'm not trying, to put our team down because I'm a Knicks fan. And I've probably been a Knicks fan longer than some of you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old dude. I know I don't look like it, but I got some years on me. But I want a chip. The last time this team won a chip, and I'm about to give away my age, was the year I was born. You know what I'm saying? So that game last night, it was a disappointing game, but I'm going to be real. I didn't expect any different, and I'm going to get to that and adjustments in a moment. But this game, the Thunder, they came out, they did their thing, you know what I'm saying, starting unit for us as usual. Casey Wallace, last game he hurt us. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is unstoppable. Jay Williams, Isaiah Hartenstein, I'm going to talk about him. You see he's up there. So I'm going to get to him in a moment. That was the starting unit. We look at the stats for the game real quick. Oh, don't forget to hit the All-Star vote. You know what I'm saying? At Knicks.com All-Star. Like I said, I am definitely a Knicks fan, and I want my boys in there. I want 3 Knicks players in the All-Star game, but I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's going to happen. But don't forget, you know what I'm saying? At Knicks.com All-Star. Go there, put your vote in. And let's get our boys in there. Let's try to get one of them in the starting unit. All right, let's go. To this game, like I said, the Knicks shot 39% from the field. It was even worse at halftime. We were somewhere around 25. Let me check on the halftime stats real quick. Sorry about that. At the half, the Knicks shot 32%. You know what I'm saying? 7% higher. Thunder was already at 60%. They finished the game at 64%. Halftime, they already had made 10 threes, 15. Well, you could say, whoa, they made 4 more threes, but they didn't really need to take threes last night because they was just dominating the New York Knicks. Straight up and down, they was just dominating this game. It was a real disappointing game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought the Knicks would have been more prepared, and that's what I come into adjustments because we just lost to this team less than a week ago, if not a week ago, in some days. Last time we played them Wednesday, about a weekend and a day or two, we lost to them. And I thought Thibs would have came out with a different game plan. And I've been getting hit up, you know what I'm saying? Not as much as I've been getting the right comments, the comments that's pointing out what I'm pointing out, but there's been some negative comments, you know what I'm saying, along them positives, more positive than negative. But this is what I wanted to say to you guys that been hitting me, telling me. One guy told me he was blocking me and wasn't going to watch me anymore because I dare to point out these flaws and when Thibs don't make the adjustments. Like I said, it was a week ago we played this team. You would think he would come out with a different game plan, a different scheme. Nothing. The same damn thing. This is why I'm telling y'all we cannot win a championship with this team. If we win a championship, it's going to be on the players. I don't care what any one of you say. It's going to be Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, or just the team having a good game and willingness to a win. Because I don't see no real offensive plays being set. I don't see, I almost cursed, I don't see things being designed. All I see is free fall basketball. The Knicks, they're getting, we're not as good as we was on the offensive rebounding, but whenever we get that offensive rebound, it's more like mayhem. We're just running around trying to get an open man and trying to make a shot. When I'm watching the other teams, other coaches, what can I say? They look more together. They look like they have more of a game plan, and this is why we getting destroyed. Even the Toronto game, we just beat them because, let's be real, we're going to dominate the teams that we're supposed to dominate. And this is why we talk about how this is when he should be, because let me back up. Because I don't think we're inferior to the Thunders. Like I said, I think this team is a championship team. I just think that they are wore down, and you're starting to see it, and it's starting to take its toll. And when I speak about it, it's like, I'm beating a drum, a dead horse, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just don't want to hear it. Like I said, in the comments, like I said, I try to answer every comment. You know what I'm saying? Even if I let it go back by an hour, if it do, I'm either at work or it's just another matter. But I check my comment and I reply to every comment. I don't care if I get 1,000 comments, I'm going to reply to 1,000 comments. And today, my last comment of the day, he's like, yo, he actually told me that other channels don't want to talk about this. It's like what he said. They want to stay on the corporate good side of the New York Knicks. I don't never expect the New York Knicks to even know that my channel exists. But I made this channel because I was sitting down and I would be listening to these guys talk, and it frustrated me because they wouldn't point out the obvious. Let's put it like that: the obvious thing that what the Knicks need to do to fix it. And like I said, this is a good team. Tom Thibodeau is a good coach. I just don't think, excuse me, unless he's willing to make them adjustments that we can win the championship. And the first adjustment he got to make is learning how to balance the minutes. Giving the bench and the second unit more playing time. And I know y'all gonna come out, I ain't gonna say y'all, but I know other channels, other people talk about how the Knicks don't have a bench, and I'm just gonna say, how will we know what we got if they don't get the playing time or the confidence from the coach? And this is why our teams are so much better than the New York Knicks, because coaches come out, if things are not going the way they plan, they make adjustments. They'll bring guys off their bench, even if they have to bring guys that don't get minutes, guys that average 8 points a game. We're going to get to that. 8 points a game. But that guy can have a good game that night. This is what I'm talking about. Searching, adjusting, finding that player. You have a team of 11, 15 guys. Everybody's not going to have a good game. So it's your job to find that guy, put him in a position. Okay, you find like one thing I'm gonna save that line till we get to my man Joe, the Joe Smalls. But let's talk about Isaiah Hartenstein for a second, because I know the New York Knicks wish that they would have did a little bit more to keep him. I know a lot of people gonna say the money were attractive and a better team, and right now a lot of people will say that Isaiah Hartenstein made the right decision by moving on from the Knicks and signing with the Thunder. Look like they about to head their way to a championship, but on the real, they might have a obstacle in their way, and that is the Cleveland Cavaliers. I was hoping that would be the New York Knicks, and if the coach can make some adjustments after we get this All-Star break, because that's one thing I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to this All-Star break, because I think that once the team go get some rest, rejuvenate. Josh Hart already said he don't want to be an all-star. He wants to be traveling. He wants to be on the beach. He wants to feel the sand on his toes. Once they go get some rest, come back, rejuvenated, because you're going to still have like 40-something games left. So come back, rejuvenated. Thibs make some adjustments and put these guys in the right position. We can be a much better team than what we were. Now let's get back to Hartenstein, because we on Hartenstein. But like I said, I know the Knicks wish they could have done something better to entice Isaiah Hartenstein. Because imagine, I don't know if the trade would have went down. Who knows? Because who knows that they would have had the money? I don't know. Yeah, they probably had the money. Well, who knows? But just imagine if we still had Isaiah Hartenstein on this team with Karl Anthony Towns being our starting center. Man, listen, that second unit would be much better, because Isaiah Hartenstein is what you call an all-around player. He's not a guy. He's not going out there looking for his points. He's definitely looking for the other guys to make them better. I'm gonna be real. I think he's the best passing big man in the game today. So we talk about Karl Anthony Towns and how his passing abilities are, but I think Isaiah Hartenstein is the best passing big man in the day. He just seems to know when to put the ball on the floor and in the right spot, and when to get it to his man. Every now and then he'll frustrate you with a moving pick, but other than that, he set them real well. He's real disciplined. That floater in the paint, which killed me, but he shoot over 50% with that shot. We really miss Isaiah Hartenstein. When Mitchell Robinson come back, we hoping that he'll be effective. But the thing about Isaiah Hartenstein that I would give him over Mitchell Robinson, that he's going to get us some points. Because Mitchell Robinson don't have anything that's mid-range. Mitchell Robinson only dunking the basketball. If he ain't dunking the basketball, there has been times he put the ball on the floor and ooh and ah the garden, had the crowd like, whoa, we didn't know you had that in your repertoire. But it don't happen often, and it don't happen much. It's the same word, excuse me, but y'all know what I mean. But Isaiah Hartenstein, in a game, he's gonna get at least 6 or 7 shots up, and he's going to hit out of them 6 shots, he's going to hit at least 3 to 4. So I know the Knicks really do miss, because I miss Isaiah Hartenstein tremendously. Backup guy that could come in and do things, for this team. And I think Hooker Porty can be that guy. The bench got forced into the game early last night. They got more minutes than usual. And I like what I seen out of Hooker Porty in the minutes. And this is what I'm talking about, adjusting. If Thibs can come back after the All-Star break, start incorporating the bench, getting these guys involved, the Knicks will have a chance. Right now, I think we're like 1-6 against the top teams. Like, the narrative is that the Knicks can beat them top teams. Now, if you think about that, when we get in the playoffs and you think about the top teams in the East, and I'm going to talk about the top team. We're going to talk about Boston and Cavs. I'm going to talk about the Orlando Magic. I'm going to talk about the Atlanta Hawks of the NBA. Teams like that. The Knicks are going to be in trouble, because we already seen what trade did to us. Yes, we beat the Magic 3 times 3 times this year. But the last time they beat us, they was depleted. When I say depleted, they didn't have any of their stars. They didn't even have their beast machine, Jalen Suggs. The net. I'm beyond you. And besides Draymond Green, he's the second dirtiest player in this game, and Greg Anthony's son, Cole Anthony, is probably third. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to put that's just my opinion. I just put that out there. You hit me in the comments, tell me how y'all feel about that, because I think Jalen Suggs is a dirty player, or at least when he played Brunson. Now let's just get to the Joe Smoes. And when I say Joe Smo, believe me, this man right here is not a Joe Smo. Super Shea is not a Joe Smo. You know what I'm saying? 39 points off of 15 from 21 shooting from the field. That's efficient as hell. He only even attempted 1 3-point shot, and he made it. 2 assists, 2 steals, back-to-back steals. I mean, I add as the Knicks try to get it going. He had 2 steals down there that just turned the game back into the Thunder favor. Man, listen, well, I say favor because they had control of this game from the opening tip-off. And the coach never made any adjustments. Y'all going to hear that on this channel a lot. Adjustment. That's the sign of a great coach. You know when to adjust your game. Let's listen to that theme song for a second. Let's just listen for it. Yeah, Knicks Cave, man. And Knicks Cave is going to bring it to you real. No sugarcoating. If I see something, I know some of y'all see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a type of guy, just because I root for you, I'm going to overlook all the flaws. No. Not when I won a championship. Hell no. All right, let's get to the Joe Smo who I'm referring to, and that is Isaiah Joe. First name is really Derek. The kid had 31 points. He only averaged, 8 points of the season. This is why we talk about how coaches be having confidence in their bench players. This guy he's drafted in 2020, so he's been in the league for now maybe 40 years, and for some change, it ain't a full 5 years yet. But 31 points. 11 for 16, 8 from 11 from downtown in 30 minutes. I mean, what I said I was going to bring up something, and this is what I'm going to bring up, because we have seen this with Tom Thibodeau too many times. I don't care what nobody's. I've seen it too many times. When a guy come off the bench and the guy is hotter than the devil sitting on his burning throne, Thibs will take him out. Once them average minutes, okay, it's time to get the starters back in the game. Come on, man, get back on the bench. I don't care how hot you is. I don't care if you just made 5 shots in a row. Come on, time to get back on the bench. Time to put the starters in, let the starters shine. That's not coaching, man. You have to say, okay, I know you're a starter, or whoever he going to sacrifice for the moment, but this guy is burning hot. He's doing things nobody on the other team can seem to stop him at this moment, because there's them time. I'm not saying he's a Michael Jordan type player, and I'm not talking about Isaiah Joe right now. I'm just talking in general. When you have a guy that's burning hot, you're supposed to run with that guy. And we had nights when we seen players starting to open up, and Thibs has still put them on the bench. Why not leave them in the game with the starting unit? I'm just saying this coach got to learn how to adjust, or we're not going to win any championships. And that's the truth. Now, let's get back to Isaiah Joe Smoes, what you want to call him. I'm tired of seeing guys come in off the bench, don't really have regular minutes, and just destroying the New York Knicks. And then the coach makes no adjustments. We run a lot of trapping, one a man, and icing, all that. Teams be coming out simple and just got simple zones. And the Knicks couldn't do nothing with that. But this kid broke the zone down. Every time you turn around, like I keep telling y'all, I sound like a broken record. The way he run this scheme, I told you, I'm not in love with this defensive scheme because it packed the paint. He wants the guys to be there to get them rebounds, double team, force the guy to the weak side. But what it does, it always leave a man open on the 3-point line. Back in the days, in the 80s and 70s, this defensive scheme was designed to make players hitting long twos. Let's be real. The game have evolved so much. That just make me laugh. I didn't mean to change the subject, that when people start comparing today's player against yesterday's players, there's no comparison. Unless you only going to compare Michael Jordan. Now, you can compare Michael Jordan. You can say Larry Bird. But I'm talking about your average, everyday Joe player. The guy that's sitting on the bench. It's no comparison. These players today are much better, much more athletic, basketball IQ compared to them guys back in the days. It's off the charts. So it kills me when people want to talk about, especially when it's one of the old players that's bringing up this subject. I'm just being real. The way these guys can shoot today, the average basketball player in the 80s cannot shoot the way these guys shoot today. And I'm talking about the average guy today. Because a lot of guys that come in this league, they be the guy. They be that man. Back in the days, they wasn't always picking like this guy was the top. And I'm not talking once we got in the 80s. I'm talking about the 70s. I'm talking about the 90s. I'm talking about the 70s, the 80s. They went with what they needed. Best fit at that position. It wasn't like this. And then the athletes and the moves, I'm just saying today's athletes, I don't care what anybody says, especially in basketball, I don't care, will run circles around old players of yesterday, and I'm from yesterday. But I like the truth. I like the truth. You know what I'm saying? When people start comparing, okay, listen to me say something. Do you really think Michael Jordan will be able to play and hold defense on Shea Alexander? No, I don't care what Charles Barkley, what Shaq want to say. Them guys is living in their past. Now, Shaq may come out here and bruise and do all of this, but he's not going to be able to keep up with today's center. Let's be real. Isaiah Stewart would be down the court before Shaq turned around. Wemby would be down the court before Shaq landed. This is what I'm talking about. When people talking about how much better the old players, but I went off course. You know what I'm saying? I went off course. But the Knicks got to do something better. Thibs got to do something better. He got to start putting more trust in the young guys, our second bench. I know a lot of people waiting for Mitchell Robinson to come back and anchor that defense, but it all starts with the head coach. If this coach can't figure out how to make adjustments on the fly, now, even though I was saying on the fly, he had a whole week to make this adjustment for the Thunder, and you seen what we came up with, a stinker. I think this is the worst defeat of the season so far. And when is he going to change? You know what I'm saying? Y'all say I'm ragging on our coach. I'm not ragging on our coach. I'm telling y'all the truth and y'all don't want to hear it. Now, I'm not saying we're not going to make the playoffs. I'm telling y'all we're going to make the playoffs. But are we going to advance? Because I'm thinking about teams, because even if we finish the season with the third or fourth record, we're going to be playing teams like maybe the Hawks or Atlanta. I said Hawks, Atlanta, or Orlando. And them two teams, in my opinion, definitely can knock the New York Knicks out of the playoffs if Thibs don't make any adjustments. And then you already know how the playoffs go. Coaches shorten up their rotation. We need this all-star break. Our team needed it. Yo, it was a hard loss last night. It was embarrassing. It was the first time I heard boos in the Garden this season. Oh, man, things got to change. I know a lot of y'all don't agree with me, but a lot of y'all do. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless, and peace.